right, so in this next part here, we're going to look at some harder distribution. So a little bit more of what we were doing last lesson, but just some more complicated stuff. So when thinking about this harder distribution here, you want to be remembering, except it's not how you spell remembering. You want to remember to follow your order of operations. And when we say order of operations, we mean that gems. Groupings, exponents, multiplication, and division, then subtraction and addition. Which is basically just reminding you, you must distribute before doing any addition or subtraction. So, order of operations, you have to do any distribution before doing any addition or subtraction. So that applies directly to this example 2 here. The biggest mistake you guys are going to make are you're going to take that negative 12 plus 3, turn that into negative 9, and then distribute the negative 9, which is not what you're supposed to do. This blue little bubble here tells us that we need to distribute before doing any addition or subtraction. So distributing, I'm looking for that number on the outside of the parentheses, which in this first example just so happens to be a positive 3. The positive 3 needs to get multiplied by only the pieces in the group or in the parentheses. Remember, we don't want to share with everybody else. We only want to share with the people in our group. So you might be wondering what happens with that negative 12 on the outside. Well, just like in an order of operations problems, if you didn't start with the first piece there, you would just carry that down and keep working, keep going step by step. So I'm just going to carry the negative 12 down. 3 times 24 is going to be 72. And again, you should be using a calculator when you're doing this. So not just 72, but 72x, because it wasn't just 3 times 24. It was 3 times 24x. Very important. We're not forgetting that. 3 times the negative 5 leaves me with a negative 15. And that 3 does not get multiplied by the 17 because the 17 is not inside of the parentheses. So just like the negative 12, that gets carried down. Now we can look at our like terms here. And I can see that I have negative 12, negative 15, and positive 17 that I can combine. And we are going to jump to our calculator to do this math because I don't want to do math in my head. And like I keep telling all of you all the time, it is no longer, I don't care, and it's not a necessity for you to be able to do math in your head. That's why we're checking ourselves with the calculators. So, clear. All right, so we had negative 12, minus 15. Now notice there, I didn't put minus negative 15. I took that negative 15, turned that negative sign into the minus sign, and then plus the 17. Which is going to give me negative 10. So all those together gives me negative 10. And my 72x, there are no other like terms with that. There are no other pieces that have that x. So there we go. You could also rewrite that as 72x minus 10. Either one. And there is your example 2.